Hello, my friends. Amy with Campbell Creations, and today I'm using Sam's Bead Box, August 2025, and this is Ancient Egypt Collection. So I know I say every time that I'm excited about this because I'm always excited about it, right? But this one, yeah. So we are going to be using the curved collar that came in the box this month. And along with it, I am using everything here is from the box except for some of my findings and some bead caps. So I have some 4mm gold bead caps and some 3mm bronze bead caps. From the box, I'm pulling in those beautiful seed beads. I love them. So we're using those. And that mix that came in the box with those little faceted beauties, I'm pulling in all of the ones that were teal. Okay. We're using all of these beautiful faceted cuboid carnelian. Love these beads. And we're pulling in some of the carnelian colored beads that are the 8mm faceted. We have the brios, we're using all of those, and then we're also pulling in these beautiful crystal beads with that gold lining, those beryl beads. I grabbed all of the teal beads that are these tile beads, and then some of those ovals. We're also going to be using a couple of the links that came in the box, and I think we're caught up. Oh, wire. So I'm using the last of my dark blue lapis. So this is Soft Flex dark blue lapis color in medium. This is all I have left of that roll, and it happened to be 22 inches. We are beading all the way to the tippy top, all the way to the tippy top. And so I'm going to use probably all of this, probably all of it. So my wire that I have out here, this is 24 gauge wire. I have some cut to 3 inches, 4 inches, and specifically these two need to be at 6 inches for me. Okay, these other ones, it doesn't necessarily have to be at 4 and 3. We're going to have some extra, but I went ahead and cut for that just to make sure I'm not fumbling too much. The hardest part of what we're going to be doing for the embellishment of our focal, the hardest part is me keeping it right here for you guys. Okay, so know if I'm fumbling a little bit, it's only because of the way I'm holding it. All right, so let's dig in. Let's dig in. So I'm going to be embellishing this here, and I'm going to be embellishing it with these beauties and these beauties. It's going to be great. Oh, and one of these. One of these. We'll have one of these. Yep. Let's get started. Let's get started. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going every 3. So I'm going to be putting on this first one, skipping 2, the next one, skipping 2, the next one, until we get to the center part here. I'm going to grab one of these 3-inch guys, and we're going to start a wrap loop. So I'll get this started here, and then we're going to open that up, and I'm going to pop it on this very end loop. Now for me, I'm going to be working primarily from the back because I'm pulling in my bent chain nose pliers. That's what's going to be easiest for me to keep, to keep straight, especially staying here, right under the camera for you guys, right? So I'm going to give just a couple wraps here. Don't need to be 3 wraps. They're most likely going to be 2. So let's come in here, and actually, I was going to swap hands, but nah, I'll be okay. So I'm going to go around 2 times. Woohoo! And boy, I just started out nicely, didn't I? Okay, 2 times. I think I'm going to swap hands for the next one. Am I shaky, or am I just that excited? I think I'm a little shaky. It's been a busy day. I've been wanting to record since this morning, but life happens. And one of the things that happened is little Squirt's eyes opened. Yep, we have eyes. We have eyes. And with his eyes opening, you guys, his appetite came in. Oh, his appetite. Let me tell you, all I'm doing is squishing these up. You see here, because I want those nice and close. So I'm just squishing him up a little bit. I'm super stoked. His big, beautiful eyes. At the end of this, I'll try to bring him in. But now, I mean, ever since his eyes opened, the moment he wakes up, he is starving. Starving, starving. Okay, so I'm just closing that up. And I want to make sure that this loop is going like that, okay? I want it to come straight down. And what we're going to be doing here is, first moving these a little bit out of the way, I'm going to bring in my wire straighteners to hold this, okay? It's going to make it easier for me. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pop on first one of our tile beads. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that this is placed the way I want it to place. Okay, so I want it straight up here, and I'm going to be popping this wire straight up and over. Okay, straight up and over here. And then I'm going to hold on to it with this. And we're going to give just a couple little wraps. Okay, so on all of these that's going to be here on the focal, we're going to be coming, you know, mostly up and over. And I'm just giving a couple wraps, you see here, just to secure it. Nothing too fancy, but I do want it to stay tight and secure there. So we'll clip this off here real quick. I'm going to cinch him down. And then what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to bring in my other pliers here. What I want for all of these, it's going to act for two reasons. So number one, it's going to tighten that wire so it's nice and tight around there. And two, it's going to look cool. So I'm just going to come in here with this guy here, go right in the center, whoop, right in the center, and I am just going to give him a little twist. And then hang tight. I'm going to wipe my hands because I still have some lotion on, obviously. I feel it. One sec. So on this one, you're going to want to make sure you don't have lotion on your hands, for sure. And my lotion came from just getting my nails done. I just got my nails done. Okay, so here's the first one. So here's what he's looking like. And then in between each of the ones that I'm doing with these, I'm going to be bringing in one of our carnelian. And our carnelian is just going to be all by themselves, just here in between. So I'm going to grab another piece of wire here, and we'll start another wrapped loop. And then we're going to be skipping two and going to the third. Let's open him up. I'm going to skip 1, 2, and go to the third. Oh, come on. There he goes. Close him up here. Hold on to him. We're going to do just a couple wraps. Hopefully cleaner and easier than I did that last one. Wow, I am really shaky. I don't feel shaky, except for when I go to do that part. All right, so let's trim this off. Cinch him down good. And then I'm just looking to make sure that he's nice and tight. And he is. I like it. I like it. So then we're going to be doing kind of the same thing. I'm going to pop on this carnelian. Okay. I'm going to keep a hold of him the way I'm wanting that loop to go. Okay, so I'm holding on the way I want that loop to go. And then I'm just going to fold this wire up. Okay, that way it's straight up and almost, you know, right on top of where we started. Okay, and it's okay if there's a little bit of a gap. Perfectly fine, not a biggie. That's where that little kink is going to come into play. So I'm going to very easily hold on to the carnelian, and I think I'm going to use my fingers. I'm just going to go around a couple times. Okay, now I'm going to come in here with my pliers just to give a little tug. Make sure he's nice and tight. There we go. I'm not usually having my tools all here, but I'm just using this and then that and then this and then that, so it's going to be easiest for me to have them all available, even though it kind of makes me feel a little batty. Okay, we're just going to cinch him down. And these, just little bitty guys, right? But this is going to look so cool. So this was supposed to be a recording that I did yesterday. And with the recording yesterday, this focal was almost completely different. Almost completely different. So what happened is I was talking to my daughter and I was telling her about this focal that's going to be on this one, and it just hit me. And I was like, ooh, wait a minute. What if I could not get to my bead mat quick enough? Could not get to my bead mat quick enough. And I tried this and I was like, all right, we're just changing it up. Okay, so we're going to have that little carnelian here. And then on the next one, I'm going to go up a level here. I don't think I need to go up a level, but we will. I'm going to start this wrap loop. So I was just super excited. And it all came from, look, it's magnetized a little, I think. Oh, I'm going to pop him open. And it all came from just explaining what the focal was going to be originally. So 1, 2, and then come on that third. And I don't know the last time I've been so excited about what I'm doing with this one, you know, this much excitement, because I think I nailed the theme like right on the head. And I'm excited about that. Okay, so we're gonna give a couple wraps. I guess I shouldn't have been so busy today. Maybe that's what's making me a little shaky. So I was saying I was going to record this morning because I didn't get to yesterday, and I was super excited about this. And like as soon as I get everything back out and ready and I'm about to record, the neighbor, like direct neighbor, starts mowing. Okay. All right. So I'll wait because it was pretty loud. He gets done mowing and I'm like, oh, I don't hear the mower. Okay, I'm going to go in there and try to record. I come in here, and as soon as I hit record, the other neighbor starts mowing. I was like, well, what's the odds? What's the odds of that? Oh, sorry. What are the odds of that, right? So anyways, I was like, all right, I'm going to get all my other stuff done that I need to get done, and then I'll record. So this is definitely going out a little bit later than I had anticipated, but all the same, it'll be good. Okay, so for this one, what I'm going to be doing, so we have the tile all by itself, we have the carnelian all by itself, and next I'm going to do a tile and a carnelian, and in between I'm going to do a seed bead. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, grab a seed bead, oh boy. And then we'll pop on one of these beauties. Okay, but the process is going to be the same. I'm just not going to be able to hold on to it with my pliers, but at least I have more than one little bitty bead, right? So I'm making sure that this tile is the way I want it to go, okay? And then I'm coming down here, I'm holding on to the tile, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up, And when I bring this up, I'm going to wrap it around where the seed bead is. So I'm going to hold on to my carnelian, and it's going to look a little wonky because of the way I have to hold it. I apologize for that. Okay, but I'm just going to wrap this around. Okay, and when I wrap it around, I'm stopping right in front. See where I stopped right in front? And then I'm going to bring this straight up. Okay, so what this is looking like now is I have my wrap here on the carnelian. It goes around that seed bead, and then I'm going straight up over that tile bead. And then from there on that tile bead, I'm going to hold on to him. Maybe. There we go. And then I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times. And these will want to flop a little bit. It's okay. Okay, now I'm going to come from behind, and I'm just going to give a little pull on this. See, just to make sure it's nice and tight and snug. Then we'll clip that off. And like I said, the most difficult part about this is the way I'm having to hold it, okay? You guys try it and comment, let me know. It'll be way easier for you. And usually, you know, I can work that stuff out. This one's a little bit different, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna cinch him down a little bit. There we go. Okay, now when we come to the front, this is what we're looking like. And I'm going to make those kinks, okay? So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to hold on to this, I'm going to come in here and hold on to him and give a little kink. So we have a little kink there on the carnelian. I'm going to come to this tile, I'm going to hold on to him, give a little kink. Cute, right? Super cute. Okay, so next we're going to pull in just the carnelian all by itself. So I'm going to come back in here, start another wrapped loop. We're going to open that up. And skipping him, go into the third. Come on. There he goes. I'm going to swap hands here, swap it around. That way I can pull in my bent chain nose pliers. I'm going to close him up, and then I'm going to hold on to him. I'm going to go ahead and straighten my wire while I'm here. We're going to give a couple wraps. I was hoping, right before I pressed record, I was like, I hope I remember what I did. Because I should have recorded this morning. I mean, I kind of partially put it together yesterday and went, oh, yes, that's what I want. And then took it back apart. But nah, I'm good. Okay. I'll just cinch him up a little. Okay. Pop on that carnelian. Let's come to the front. Get him all lined up. Just come up and over. Okay, so there he is again. Oh, I hope I wasn't out of view, you guys. I'm sorry if I was. Just up and over. I'm going to try to hold on to this one. There we go. I'm going to go around just a couple times. There we go. So whenever I'm able to do this like closer to me, so much easier. Okay, so let me try to tighten this pull up just a little bit. There we go. Hold on to him and bring this all the way around. There we go. Trim him up. And then we'll have the remaining wire in our lap, you know. And we'll just cinch him in. Make sure we don't have any pokies going on. There we go. Now, let's bring this back to the front. Make sure we're nice and straight. I'm going to grab that right there in the middle. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. Oh. Give a little bend. Give a little bend. He's a little bit off, but not too bad. Let me see if I can move him a little bit. There. I was able to move him a little bit. There we go. Now, I'm not going to do these center ones yet. Okay? I'm going to wait, and I'm going to do this other side, doing the same thing I just did on this other side, and then we'll come into the center. All right? And I might speed it up a little bit just because, you know, just because. Okay, one sec. Okay. Come in here. We'll do a wrapped loop. Pop him open. Come over here to the very end. Put him on, twist him around, go from the back. Close him up. And twist him around a couple times. Cinch him up. Okay. Bring him around to the front. Pop our tile bead on. Okay. I'm going to hold on to him. I'm going to pop this straight up. Here and hold on to him. Seems a lot easier now. Oh my. Maybe I was nervous because I was so excited. Maybe that's what made me so shaky. I don't feel so shaky now. Or I don't look so shaky anyways, I don't think. I didn't get him so close, did I? Let's get him a little closer. Grab him in the center. pink. Okay, we'll do the carnelian next. I need some more wire. That one's about 3. That one's about 4. That one looks about 3. That'll work. Okay, start a wrap loop. Pop him open. Skip that one, go into this one. Let's close him off. Hold on to him. Let's give a couple wraps. Okay. Trim him up. Cinch him down. Pop our little beauty on here. Gonna make sure I place him the way I need him to be. And then come straight up and over. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to him. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but you know what I'm doing. Okay. Bring that around. Use this guy and tighten it. Let's see if I can get him to continue on with me. Nah, it wants to turn everything. See, that's the tough part because he's just a little video thing. Okay, I just want to make sure that he doesn't turn because he's a little cube, so he kind of wants to turn. There we go. Now, did he turn? He turned a little bit. That's okay. I can fix him up. Let's come in here, clip him off. Cinch him down. Now, let's see how bad he turned. That's not too bad. We can fix that. Now watch here. We can fix that the way we do our kink, most likely. As long as I can keep him hanging out here. There we go. So I'm gonna grab this. See if that turned him pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's not so straight though. There we go. There we go. Okay, so on the next one, we're going to be doing this one, same thing. So I'll come in here, we'll do that wrapped loop. Pop that open. One, two, three. Okay. Let's close him up. hold on to him. We'll wrap a couple times. Cinch him off good. Okay. So now we're going to pop up on one of our tile beads. A seed bead. And then one of our carnelian. Okay. Let's make sure that tile bead is the direction I want him to be. We'll come up and over that carnelian. Sorry, I needed to hold on to him. Up and over the carnelian, and I'm going to just keep it kind of flat. And then I'm going to hold on to that carnelian and go around the seed bead. And I'm going to be ending where I want to pop this up. Okay, so now we're around that carnelian. Here's that tile bead the way I want it to be. Then we're going to come straight up there. Then I'll hold on to him. Go around a couple times. See how he looks. I like it. Okay. So now we'll come here to the back. Trim him up. Thank you. Then we will cinch him off. Bring this to the front. Oops. Just making sure that we're nice and straight with that square with our little tile bead. Come in here. Give him a good grab and a kink. See how it wants to kink the carnelian as well. I'm just going to straighten him out. Not too hard. And then I'm going to come up here to the tile. Give him a good grab and give him a good kink. So now we have that beautiful kink across the carnelian as well as our tile bead. So now we're going to do another carnelian all by itself here, and then we'll start working on that focal, that center part. Okay, so I'm going to grab this last one that's short. We're going to go ahead and do that wrap loop or the start of it. Come around. Then we'll open that up. We're skipping one, skipping two, and going to the third. And I'll flip it around to the back. We'll close him up. I'll hold on to it here. We'll give a couple wraps. Just like that. Snip him off as close as we can get him. And then we'll make sure he's nice and cinched in. There we go. Then we're just going to pop that carnelian right on here. once again, I'm just checking to make sure where my loop is. And I'm going to pop that wire up and over the carnelian. Hold on to him. Hold on to him good. He's a little rounded cuboid. He's going to want to move. We saw that. Okay. And I'm just going to come around a couple times. Actually, hold on. There we go. Keep hold of him. I'm going to grab this. Let's make sure we pull it tight. There we go. Trim him up. And we'll cinch him off. Now let's come to the front, see what we're looking like. There we go. So now I can hold on to him. Hold on where that loop is. Come in with our pliers. Give him a good grab, and then a kink. So now it's time to work on the center focal part. So what we're going to see is, here's what I want to go over. What we're going to see is, whenever I skip 3, right, 1, 2, or skip 2 and go to the third, 3, okay, it's this guy. I skip 2 and go to this guy. You see there's 3 left that's in the center. Okay, we're going to actually use all 3 of those. So the 3 center ones, all 3 of those are going to get used. It's the only time that we're not skipping. Okay, all 3 of those are going to get used. So what's going to happen here with these focal ones, because they're going to be longer and because of how I'm wanting to connect them, there we go. And because of how I'm wanting to connect them, they are going to, instead of being, you know, on these we go down and then we're wrapping up, it's going to be backwards. We're going to wrap from the top down. Okay, so here's how we're going to do that. This is why I need these 6 inches. So for this one, I need a full 6 inches, and I'm going to come down almost halfway. Okay, just about halfway. Okay, I'm wanting, yep, here we are. Okay, so I'm just about half, right? And I'm going to start that wrapped loop. Up and over and around. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to kick him open. We're going to start on this side. So I'm skipping 1, skipping 2, going into the third. Okay. I'm going to come back here the way I have been. Oh, come on, little fella. Hold up. He doesn't want to turn. There he goes. Oh. I'm losing him. There he goes. Okay. No, he still isn't. He's being funky. Hold on, let me move my pliers. There. Come in. How about that? We got it. All right. He was being a little funky, wasn't he? Okay, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to flip him around to the back just so that I can use these bent pliers the way I need to use them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start the way I've started before. Okay, so I'm going to give just a couple wraps. So I'm going to go around once, nice and tight and tidy. And we're going to go around a second time. I'm wanting to straighten this wire. And you see how this one has just a little bit of a gap. You can use your pliers or you can use your thumbnail. I'm going to use my thumbnail. I'm just going to cinch him up a little bit. Let's close him up a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to come in here, and I have where this wrap is, and I have that big long tail. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop on our first bead, which is again the tile bead. So I'm going to go with the tile bead, but we're going to be wrapping from the top. Okay, so the way I stopped is I stopped this loop in the front because I'm going to hold on to this tile bead, and I'm going to take that straight down, and I'm going to go back behind that tile bead. Okay, before I put on my seed bead. That way I know I have that security there. So now I'm going to put my seed bead on so that it will go around the seed bead. Okay, so I've got a hold of my tile. You see where that's went down? Got a hold of my tile. I'm going to go ahead and go around. Okay, that way it's going around the seed bead. Make sure I'm straight. And then I'm going to pop on the carnelian. Okay, so when I go around that seed bead, I'm wanting to stop at the front again because we're going to pop on that carnelian, and I want to go down the front of the carnelian. Okay, so from here too, if you want to, you can cinch it up a little bit. If you want to get a little bit closer, you can push it up with your nail. See how I just did? Then we're going to go down in front of that carnelian, and then again, we're going to go straight back. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. I'm going to come around, cinch him down. That way he's really close to that carnelian. Straighten him out a little bit. And then we're going to grab another seed bead. Okay. And I'm wanting him to come around to the front. So that tail's coming around the front. We have our seed bead there, and we're going to pop on one more tile bead. We're making this one longer. Okay, so we have them all in the front, front, and now this one's going in the front. Just going to take him down the front, just like I did the others. Come right back behind it. And I don't necessarily need a seed bead at the bottom of this one. Can I put one? Yes, I can put one. Do I need to? Nope, don't necessarily need to. Okay, on this one, I'm not going to. But what I'm going to do is with this tail, I'm going to wrap it around the tail that's sticking out the bottom of that tile bead. Okay, and this time I'm going to do it with my pliers. I'm going to give just a couple wraps. I'm going to keep them nice and tight. Okay, then I'm going to cinch him off in the back. So here's what it looks like from the back. I'm going to go ahead and clip him off. And what I'm clipping off is what I just brought down the beads. And for right now, I'm going to leave this tail hanging out. But I do want to push this up. I want it as close to that tile bead as I can get it. And I also want to make my kinks. So let's get that out of the way. Let's come in here. I'm going to start with the bottom one. I'm going to give those kinks like we've been doing on all the other ones. I'm going to give a little kink on him. I'm going to come up to the carnelian. I'm going to grab and give a little kink on the carnelian. And then I'm going to come up to the top tile bead, grab a hold of it, and give that little kink. Okay, if they try to turn a little bit on you, just straighten them out. You're the boss. Okay, and that's what we're looking at. I'm going to leave this other tail hanging. One right next to it, which is going to be the center of the focal, I'm going to do just another carnelian. Okay, I need another piece of wire though. Okay, so the same as all the other ones, I'm going to come in here for that carnelian, and I'm going to start my wrapped loop. I'm going to open him up. and I'm going to the one that's directly next to it. Come from the back like I have all the others. Oops, wrong pliers. I'm going to close it up. And then I'm going to keep a hold of it. And I'm going to wrap this around a couple times. Trim him off. Then we'll cinch him up. No pokies allowed. Okay, he's good and cinched. Let's take a look at him from the front. Okay, now we're going to pop that carnelian on. Okay, I'm again looking from the loop area. And I want this to pop right up and over that carnelian. To come right over that loop. That's what we're looking like. Okay, so I'm going to keep a hold of our carnelian here. I'm going to wrap him around a couple times. You know, we've got a lot of obstacles now on here. Not a problem. Just be patient with it. Just be patient. Okay, just bring him to the back now. That's what we're looking like. So let's come to the back and we'll trim him off. And if he's a little loose, if it's a little loose there, you can tighten it at this point. Mine isn't, so I'm good. But it's not a problem if it's a little bit loose. You can tighten it when you get to the back. You can grab your pliers and just pull it tight. So I'm going to go ahead and cinch this down. Actually, I can get him cut just a little bit closer. There we go. Cinch that off. Now let's come to the front. Let's take a look at that carnelian, see if we need to adjust anything. It's looking pretty good, but now we're just going to go ahead and grab hold of him and give that kink right in the center. Okay, so there's our centerpiece. Now we're doing one more, just like this. Okay, and then we'll have that final part of the focal done. What do you guys think so far? Besides my fumbling at the beginning, right? Okay, so let's bring this other 6-incher in. We'll start that wrapped loop way down here. Hello, Amy. Way down here, about your halfway point. Come up and over. Kick him back. And then we'll open him up. But before I open him up, I'm going to straighten him. There we go. Let's open it up. And this might be the toughest one just because this tail is so long and there's so many obstacles. I have faith in you, my friends. You can do it. Oh, I did need to skip one. I told you I was wondering if I'd remember everything. I did need to skip one. Hold on. Okay, 1, 2, and come here. Yep, this guy goes right in the middle right there. We're going to redo that carnelian. You see here? Let me do the counting. So on this side, 1, 2, and then we're going to place this one. And so that leaves the 3 in the center. The carnelian goes in the middle. Carnelian should be right here. Okay, not a biggie. We're going to redo that carnelian. All things considered, if that's the only thing I'm redoing, I'm happy. Okay, so hang tight here. I'll probably speed this one along, just save a little bit of time, and you'll see me redo this carnelian. Okay, so here's where we are. We have skipped 2 all the way down, except for the center. Okay, in the center we're just skipping 1, putting the carnelian, skipping 1, and then we're doing this other side. Okay, so we still have those 2 open. Okay, so that's where we are. All right, so let's pop this through. Oh, the obstacles. There we go. Oh. Okay. Now we're going to start this again with those couple wraps. Couple tight little wraps. And I'm wanting to stop at the front. So if we look here, I've stopped that at the front. Okay, because we're wrapping down with this one that we just came around with. Okay, so we're going to pop this tile on. When we pop this tile on, I'm going to come this direction. When we pop this tile on, I want him to be squared there. So squared here with our loop. We're just going to come down over that tile bead. He's hopping. He's jumpy. Down and back. Okay, so there's our tile. We're going down and back. And then we're popping on our seed bead. Okay. Now I'm going to hold on to this tile. I'm going to continue to go around, and I want to stop at the front because now we're going to put on our other and final carnelian. Okay, so here's where we are. Have this go straight down in front of that carnelian and back. Forward and back. Okay, before we put on that other seed bead. There we go. Another seed bead. Okay, wrap him around, come back towards the front. We want him to be cinched up in there. We want him to be in front because we're going to add that tile bead. I'm going to actually use my pliers on this one. Let's get him cinched up there. There we go. Pop on that last tile bead. Then we're just going to push him down over that tile bead. When we push him down over, we're then going to come back. We're going to be flush at the bottom of that tile bead. Okay, so again, we have, look what I just did. So again, here we are. We have all those wraps in front. I'm gonna cinch everything up, make sure everyone's going up there. I'm gonna bring him around. I'm actually gonna use my pliers here at the bottom just to get him going all the way around. Push him up and in there. I'm going to trim him off. And we'll cinch him closed. Okay, now let's come to the front. Let's take a look, see if we need to adjust anything before we make our kinks. Okay, I think we're good. So now we're going to come in here, grab this bottom tile bead, give him a kink. I'm going to come up to our carnelian, right here in the center, grab a hold and a kink. Then we're going to come up to our top tile, grab a hold in the center and kink. Okay, again, sometimes it'll be a little wonky on you, just fix him. And this is what we're looking at. This is what we have so far. Okay, we have the two tails coming out of these two center ones. Okay, now oh, I just love that. I love that. Okay, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take these two bottoms and they're going to be coming in together. Okay, and we're going to do something special with them. So I'm going to grab this one first. I'm going to come down to the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point him into the center. Okay, then I'm going to come to this guy. I'm going to grab his bottom, point him into the center. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now. This is where our brio comes in, and some more seed beads. Okay, so let's start first with this side. I'm going to pop on 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3. And with these brios, I do want to show you something here. With these brios, there is a front and the back, okay? So when you look at them, this one is perfectly a diamond. When you turn it around, you see how you see that? That's the back. Okay, so we're going to come back here. We want the front to be facing front. We're going to pop him on. Okay. Then we're going to grab our other side. We're going to pop on 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of bend him a little bit, right? Bend him a little bit because he's also going to go through that carnelian. Okay, so this carnelian is going to take both of those here. And this is what we're looking like now. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So how we're going to cinch this is from here. You see he's good and secure. That center is good and secure. I'm going to pop up, and it comes from the back here. I'm going to pop up these two straight up the center. Okay. So I came through the back. These both went through that carnelian, or through that tile bead, or oh my, through that brio. Okay. And then when it comes back here, I'm going to cross them kind of over each other. I'm going to give them just a little twist, and actually I may use my pliers to help me with that twist. Yeah, there we go. Just a little twist. Okay. And now that I made that little twist, I'm going to pop this back over, and you see what we're looking like here. Now when you're looking at it, one is forefront and one is in the back, right? I'm going to trim one of these off, okay? The one I'm going to trim off, I'm going to first take down the back. Okay, the one that I'm going to keep, I'm going to bring through to the front. Okay, so let's go back here. This one's going to come through to the front. Okay, so now you see what it's looking like, right? So one of them went to the back, he's the one that we're going to trim off. One went to the front, he's the one we're going to keep. Okay, so I'm going to come to this back one. He's down here. I'm going to make sure he's nice and tight. There we go, and then I'm going to trim that off. Just going to secure him down. I'm going to tuck him down underneath there a little bit. There he goes. Okay, to where he's not seeing any pokies. Now when I come to the front, I'm wanting to make a little coil that goes on the front of this. And I know that my coils, give or take, are right about 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to come here, straighten this guy out really good, and I'm going to go over here. We're going to measure him. I'm going to cut it off at about 1 inch. Here. Make sure it's flush cut. Okay, so here's what we're looking like. Is that not so cool, you guys? That's why I was like, you know what, even if I'm gonna fumble because the way I have to hold this thing, you guys aren't gonna fumble like that. It's still worth showing you guys. You have to see this because it's super cool and I'm super excited about it. Okay, so this one that comes down the front, I'm just going to coil this in. Okay, so I'm going to start with a little bit of a loop. Okay, so I'm going to grab him up here at the tippy top. I'm going to bring him all the way in, but I do want there to be, for me personally, I want there to still be that hole in the middle. Okay, you do not have to. If you want to cinch this and close this off and have it be a tight little coil on there, you do that. Okay, if you want to make a different design, you do that. Okay, this is what I'm going to be choosing. So now I'm going to grab a hold of this. Okay, and I'm moving my wrist and I'm giving some pressure with my thumb here. Okay, little resistance. I'm just going to coil him up. Now what I want to be mindful of is where I want it to end and how I want it to end. Okay, so keep a hold of him. I'm just going to keep coiling. And then when I get up here to the top, let's see here, I'm going to grab that coil. I'm going to give him, whoop, hold on. I'm going to grab that coil and I'm going to give it just a little bit of a kickback. I might use these instead. A little bit of a kickback. And that's what we're looking at. Tell me that does not give an Egyptian vibe. Egyptian vibe. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love this. Love it. So I was super happy then that I didn't record yesterday, or else this would have been something different, which still was cool. This is cooler. This is fumbling a lot more because the way I have to hold it. So that was the one, area where I was like, what do I do? What do I do? But I just had to do it. It's just too cool looking and I love it. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so where are we going from here? The longest part of the video is past, my friends. The longest part of the video is past. So now, let's come in here and let's do some stringing. And here's the way I'm wanting to do it. So, I have these two links, and I went ahead and I put a jump ring on each side, okay? There is, on each end, there's a smaller jump ring that's at the top, one that's just a little bit bigger that's at the bottom, okay? This one is going to connect to our strand, our stringy material. This one is going to connect us to this beautiful collar. Okay, so I'm going to pop both of these on. I'm going to go with the bigger here that's at the bottom, and I'm going to get it popped onto the collar part. So let's get these out. Open this up. Because they are going to be our connection. I'm going to pop this on right here. Oh, or, you know, just take the jump ring off. Either way works. Either way works. Okay, so let me just pop this on here. Oh boy. And, oh, I think I need to open him more. That's my problem. Yep, I do. One sec. I flung him a little bit. Let me see, is that the right size? Nope, it's a little bit bigger. So let's come in here. Let's grab a smaller one. Nope. Okay. I'll open him up a little bit more. Here, I thought I was helping myself on timing by putting those on there. It'll be all right. Open him up wide. Let's pop him on. Then let's put our link connector on. Get that closed nicely. There we go. Then we'll bring in this other one. I want to make sure which way's front. And we'll close him up. Okay, so here we are with our links. Okay, so we have our links coming up from our collar. Okay. And now we're going to talk about the center part. This is not going to be difficult, okay? I'm going to go ahead and come through this one side. And what I'm wanting to do is I want 3 seed beads because I want that spacing. So I'm going to do that with 3 seed beads. And then after these 3 seed beads, I'm going to do a tile bead. So I'll pop on one of our tiles. And then I'm going to do 3 after this tile as well, so that I get the spacing that I'm looking for. And then we're going to come in here with our 4 brios. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 brios, and then I'm going to put one of these guys in the center, and then we're going to do that all the way through here. That's going to be our center part here for our focal. Okay. So again, during this time, be mindful of the front and back of those brios. So we've got the front here. In between this one and the next one, we're going to do another 3 seed beads. Then we'll do another brio. And then in the center, I'm just going to do 1 seed bead, one of our little faceted beads, and then 1 seed bead. Then we're going to go right back up that line. Okay, so we're going to do a brio, 3 seed beads. We're going to do that next brio. Three seed beads. We're going to do a tile bead. And then another 3 seed beads. Okay, and then we're going to take it back through this side. And then we'll look at it. Okay, so let's pull it through here to where it's about half. Let's take a peek here. Okay, we need a little more coming through here. And this is our center. Isn't that beautiful together? Let me pull this up. Just beautiful. I just love this so much. Okay, so there is our center focal. The rest is going to go pretty darn quick. So here we go. I'm going to bring this to the side just to allow me to work a little bit quicker here, because the focal takes some time. It especially took me some time this time. Okay, now because it's going to be so difficult to move these once we get going, I want to make sure I've got center, because we're going to be beading again all the way up to the top. Okay, so we've got this. Yeah, we're pretty good at center. All right, very good. So I'm going to bead bug this side just to make sure we keep that where it is. All right, now from here, I'm going to do another 3 seed beads. So we're going to pop on 3. And then what I'm wanting to do here is I want to bring in some bead caps. Yay, bead caps, finally! I love my bead caps. Okay. Okay, we're going to bring in these carnelians. So I'm going to do a bead cap for carnelian, or carnelian colored 8mm faceted beads. Bead cap the top of that. I'm going to do 1 seed bead, and then we're going to pop on a tile in the middle. Okay, and then right back up. So then we're going to do a seed bead, bead cap, one of our faceted beads here, and a bead cap. Now I'm going to do another 3 seed beads. And what we're going to do for this next series is we are going to pull in these beautiful ovals and these beautiful ovals, or these tubes and these ovals. Okay, and so I'm going to bead cap in gold this crystal with the gold lining. So I'm going to do gold bead cap, pop on that crystal bead, and a gold bead cap, 1 seed bead, and then our bronze bead caps I'm going to use for this oval. So I'm going to come in here, pop on a bronze. He's going to be right in the middle. Another bronze bead cap, 1 seed bead in between, and then we're just going to do this guy again. So we'll do gold, crystal, gold bead cap, And then again, we're going to go into 3 seed beads. And we're just going to do this other series that we have right here. So we're going to do gold bead cap. One of our 8mm faceted guys. And a bead cap. We'll go into a seed bead, tile bead, seed bead, and we'll come right back in here with our gold bead cap for our carnelian colored faceted 8mm. Beautiful, right? Oh, so good, so good, so good. Okay, okay. So let's do one more of these. I don't have enough for another one of these because I have 2 for over here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna want to do another. I'll do another one of these. So we'll end with these, but we're starting with these. Okay, so let's do 3 of these. Gold with the clear, or with the crystal. Oh, I still have some down here. Bead cap in the middle, bronze bead cap, an oval, bronze bead cap, scooch down, seed bead, then we'll go right back into gold with our crystal. For the remainder of our length, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling in these. Okay, and so how many of these do we have? We have 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and there will be one extra. Okay, so we'll do 5 of them. So we're going to be doing 3 of these, 1 of these, 3, 1. Then we will end with 3 of these. Okay, so now I'm going to put a bead bug on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll come right back. Okay? Okay? All right. All right. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, I'm excited about the earrings too, you guys. I really, really am. Okay, so let's take this bead bug off. We went all the way up here to the end. Let's just make sure gravity pulls this down here. Okay, now let's start with this side and let's cinch this off. And I'm going to toggle this one. So I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it all the way down, okay, because it's going to be kind of hard to move all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way down. Then I'm going to come in here, grab inside there, and cinch that off. Closed real good. Trim him off. We'll close this up. Love it, love it. Okay, we'll do the same here. We've already made sure that gravity kind of did what it needed to do to keep this where it needs to be, right? I'm just giving a little, yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here, pop this other one on, find my crimp tube, pop that crimp tube down in there, and we'll cinch this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Close that up real good. Trim our tail off. Not sure where that went. I'll find it, I'm sure, in a little bit. And then we'll close this off. Okay. Then all we're going to do now is bring in our jump rings and our toggle and close him up. And then we can look at these earrings. Okay, so we'll pop him in there. Do our one side of the toggle. And this is one-sided toggle, so popping it on that way. And I did put this on kind of just to make sure that it was the length that we needed, and I'll measure it here in a sec. So whenever I do the video showing the method that I was originally going to do for this, because I'm going to do it for something because it's cool, I will reference that so that you can have your kind of understanding of, oh, that's what would have been done. Mm-hmm. So here is our necklace. Let's measure it real quick and then we'll take a final look-see at it. Okay, so let's bring it down. I'm going to measure first to here and then we'll know, let's see how long it goes down from there. About 2.5 inches from here. Okay, so we're at 6 to the middle of that guy. So 20 inches. Okay, so we've got 20 inches. And this is what we're looking at. So let me bring it back here. So we have this up here. Let me make sure I have a hold of it. Okay, I have a hold of it, for sure. I just want them to be even. That way it doesn't look like I'm off the whole time. There we go. So it comes down like this. Has those, and then we come right in here to that beautiful focal, and I just love it. Love it, love it. Super excited, super excited. And even though I knew I would probably fumble a little bit because of the way I had to hold it, it was still well worth it for me to be able to do this and to show this to you guys. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so earrings. I have made one. And I've made part of the second one. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. I popped on a post. So a post is from my findings. Then we just have this guy wire wrapped. And then it goes down to these. That's what I use those final 2 cubes for. And I just love it. Tell me that does not look just stunning with this. Ugh. I think I might be on a roll with earrings, guys. I think so. I think so. Okay, so let me get a piece of wire. Whoop. Sorry. So sorry. Okay, And oh, I do need a couple seed beads for this. So let me get those back out. I had put them up, but I do want one on each end. Okay. I'm going to be utilizing these. I'll probably use all of these for everything I'm going to be doing with this box because it's just super exciting. Okay, so we're going to do a wrapped loop and we're going to make that connection with the wrapped loop. So I'm going to come in here, up and over and around. I'm going to pop him open. Connect it to our ear stud. And I'm just going to make a wrap loop. Okay, we will trim him off. Make sure there's no pokies. Okay. And then now, oh, and I need a couple bead caps too. Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready now. So we're going to do one of our seed beads, then we'll bead cap that carnelian colored 8mm faceted bead. And then we'll put that other bead cap on. And then we're going to connect this to this part. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. I want these loops to go in the same direction. Grab a hold of him, make sure I'm all the way down, make sure I'm going the right way. Up and over and around. Pop that open. Did I not open it enough? Nope, 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 nope. Let's pop him open a little bit more. There we go. Make sure we're going the same direction, and we are. Close that off. Let's grab a hold of him. And do a few wraps here. Kind of a tight fit. Here, let me use my fingers. There we go. Okay. We will trim him up. Make sure he's straight. And we'll cinch him off. And then what I did was I did bring in some teal seed beads from my stash, okay, because I just really wanted that color pop down there. And so what I did here was on the two smallest ones, it is a ball head pin. So let me fix him. Ball head pin. And so since it's already bronze, I went ahead and I just put one teal on the first one. On the next one I did a teal and a bronze. On the next one I did teal, bronze, and then on the center I did the carnelian, bronze, teal, bronze, and then right up back the other side. Okay, so that's the way that's looking. So we're just going to get these popped on here. And these are pretty sturdy little head pins, ball head pins, and so I just made standard loops, okay? We're just gonna pop each of these on. Close them up real good. Then we're gonna need one of these. Pop him on next. Close them up real good. The longest one. Oh, I hear the baby stirring. This has been a long video. He's ready. Oh boy, he's gonna be starving, you guys. Whenever I show him, he's gonna be starving, but you can see his eyes. Okay, we're gonna put our center one on here. Oh, stay down there, buddy. Close him up. Then we'll go right back up that line. So we're gonna do this longest one. I like to come from the back. Next size. And then the little bitty guy. Close him up. And this is our super fun, super pretty set. So ancient Egypt, I don't know. I mean, I can't say for certain, but I really feel like I got it here. I feel like I got it here. Did I get it here? All right, let me go get little guy, okay? I'll be right back. I know, he thinks he's starving. Huh? Squirt, you say hi to everybody. Say hi. Yeah, he's a big boy. I have to hold a paper towel because he now doesn't have to be stimulated to go to the bathroom. He's my boy. He's my boy. Is he hungry? You want a little bit? I'll show him. You now have to eat from a syringe. Hi, honey boy. No, he wants his regular process. He needs some kisses. But say hi, everybody. I'm a big boy. Until we meet back here, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Say bye-bye, Squirt. Bye-bye.